Hi Algebra 1 students, this is the last video of this chapter, so that means you need to do the review after this, which will be in the booklet, and I'm not sure, there might be a little bit more. I'll have to double check, so your teacher will tell you, and then that will be the end of the unit. There's no boss for this unit, and the boss is kind of like our test, so you want to defeat that, but because this is remediation, we're not going to test you. We expect you to know these skills and move on. So make sure you finished your practice and your quizzes. Then go ahead and check off the booklet for the coordinate plane, and let's finish it up. So points on a coordinate plane are always going to be written as x, y. Now, everybody knows this, but people screw this up all the time, the whole year. Remember, the x-axis comes first, then the y. It's alphabetical order, people, right? X, Y, Z. It's the alphabetical order. You need to know that. Don't screw it up. A coordinate plane is two number lines, which we call axes sometimes, like the x and the y axis, but they're really just number lines. We've seen this one in science. So here's a number line. This is our x number line, our x-axis, and we're going to start our 0 where they cross. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plenty. And this will be another number line, which is our y-axis. But instead of being left to right, it's up and down. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, that's plenty. So let's start by graphing this point 3, 5. Remember, the 3 is the x, the 5 is the y. So if we go on our x scale to 3, 1, 2, 3, and our y scale to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's our point. Right here. Okay, so that was our first point, x, y. Our second point, again, x, y, is the opposite. I did this on purpose. I mixed up the x's and the y's so that you can get it straight. So the x is 5 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The y is 3. 1, 2, 3. You need to be able to tell the difference for those points. Okay? So this is the 5, 3, and the one before was the 3, 5. You have to know that. Okay, so that's one that you're kind of used to seeing. We use those scales on that corner when we just have positive points a lot. So in science, they usually just deal with positive numbers, so they'll set them up like that. But we also have the coordinate planes where we have them crossed in the middle. So this is my x-axis. Again, we have 0 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's plenty. And then we've got -1, -2, -3, -4, right? That's how the number line works. Then on my y scale, it starts at 0 right in the middle. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be up here. And that's fine. So when I draw this point, remember the x is -2, the y is 6. So we started our origin of 0. We go -2, -1, -2, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 6, which is right here. So this is my point. It's a little bit off the scale, but that's okay. We could have counted by 2's to fix that, but no worries. So let's do our last two. Now I'm going to try and set these axes up in weird ways to see if it does mess you up. So let's put the axes over here. So there's my y. Here's my x. As long as we label it, it shouldn't be a big deal. Here's my x-axis. We start at 0, 1, 2, 3. That's plenty. And then on my y-axis, I have 1, 2. When I go down, they're negative. So -1, -2, -3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Even though my origin is right here on the weird top left corner as opposed to right here on the bottom left or in the middle, all you got to do is realize that they're just number lines, the x and the y. As long as you label it correctly, you're good to go. So let's put that point on there. So 2, negative 6. I started my origin, 1, 2, and I go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's my point. And that's it. 2, negative 6. Remember, you always go left and right first, then up and down. Let's try one more. I'm going to put this axis right here. So here's my x-axis. Here's my y-axis. Again, they're not in the normal place that we're used to, but that's fine. Just find that origin, that 0, 0, and then start counting. So from left to right, numbers get bigger. So 0 is right in the middle, 1, 2, that's all we got. We got to go left, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. I can't tell you the number of people who have trouble labeling a number line. On the y's, again, we go up is positive, 1, 2, down is negative. So 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. That's all we need. You could keep going if you wanted to make it more clear, but that's all we need. So let's graph this point. Negative 4, negative 4. I started my origin. I go over negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and down. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So here's my point. Okay? You guys are pretty good at this, except make sure that the number lines are in order from left to right, negatives, then positives, negatives to positives. And on my y's, the bottom is negative, negative, and it goes up to be positive. Okay? That shouldn't be too hard. That should be a pretty easy lesson. Good luck, ask some questions, and have a great day.